There are seasons in life when simply standing still feels like a fight. Not moving forward, not making progress, just holding your ground. It feels like you are standing on something that is moving against you. Like trying to stand still on an escalator that is going down. If you relax, you drift. If you get distracted, you slide. If you lose focus, you fall. And that is exactly what it means to live for Christ in a culture that is moving in the opposite direction. Because the truth is, you are not just living your life. You are standing against a current. And the question is not, can you run fast? The question is, can you stand firm? In the book of Revelation, Jesus speaks to 7 churches. Each one represents not just a location, but a condition, a reality, a spiritual climate. And one of those churches was in a city called Pergamum. Pergamum was not an ordinary city. It was a center of power, a center of influence, a center of worship, but not of God. This city was filled with temples, altars, idols. It was a place where emperor worship was not optional. It was expected. To live in Pergamum meant living in constant pressure, to bow, to compromise, to blend in. And yet, Jesus says something shocking. He tells them, I know where you dwell, where Satan's throne is. That was not symbolic exaggeration, that was reality. That was reality. Pergamum was saturated with darkness. Systems, structures, and culture that opposed everything God stood for. And right there, in the middle of it, was a group of believers. And Jesus says something powerful about them. You hold fast to my name. In other words, you didn't let go. Even when it was uncomfortable, you didn't let go. Even when it cost you something, you didn't let go. Even when you were surrounded, you didn't let go. That is what faithfulness looks like. Faithfulness is not proven in easy environments. It is revealed in hostile ones. Anyone can stand for Christ when it is celebrated. But what about when it is mocked? What about when it is inconvenient? What about when it costs you relationships, opportunities, comfort? That is where real faith shows up. Because faithfulness is not emotion-driven. It is conviction-rooted. And conviction says, I am not moving no matter what moves around me. The believers in Pergamum lived in a culture that constantly pulled them toward compromise. Every street corner, every marketplace, every public gathering was an invitation to conform. And the truth is, that has not changed. The pressure just looks different now. Today, the pressure may not come from temples, but it comes from culture, from media, from conversations, from expectations. Sometimes it is loud, ridicule, opposition, mockery. But other times, it is quiet. It is the subtle pressure to stay silent, to not say too much, to not stand too firm, to not be too different. And slowly, without even realizing it, people loosen their grip, not because they stopped believing, but because they stopped standing. You don't have to reject Christ to drift from Him. All you have to do is relax your grip. That's the danger, because compromise rarely starts with a decision. It starts with a slow drift, a small silence here, a small adjustment there, a small compromise that doesn't seem like much, until one day you look up and realize you've moved. That's why Jesus didn't just praise them for believing. He praised them for holding fast, because belief can exist without boldness. But overcomers hold on. To hold fast to the name of Jesus is not just to say His name, it is to cling to it, like a lifeline in the middle of a storm. When everything around you is unstable, His name becomes your anchor. When culture shifts, His name stays the same. When opinions change, His truth remains steady. To hold fast means you don't adjust Him to fit the culture. You hold Him above the culture. It means when the world says, "Be quiet," you speak. When the world says, "Compromise," you stand. When the world says, "Blend in," you remain set apart, because His name is not just a label. It is power. It is authority. It is salvation. The call has not changed. Stand firm. Not occasionally, not when it's convenient, but consistently, because victory is not found in blending in. Victory is found in standing firm. And maybe today you feel the pressure. Maybe you feel the pull to relax your grip, to stay silent, to step back. But hear this clearly. You were not called to drift. You were called to overcome. And overcomers hold on when others let go. Hold fast to His name, because the same name that saved you is the same name that will sustain you. And when everything around you shifts, that name will still stand. If this message encouraged you, don't forget to like, subscribe, share with someone who needs hope today. And remember, faith has never been reasonable in the eyes of the world, but God has always honored obedience.